In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, there lived a solitary, beautiful Columbia River red-band trout, a steelhead. She spent her days swimming through the endless currents, but deep within her heart there was an insatiable longing, a yearning to return to the place where her journey had begun. She returned to these waters once before, to spawn. A journey which begins at the confluence of the Columbia, then into the Willamette, Yamhill rivers, and finally at the leaf-tannin-stained waters of Baker Creek. One fateful day, as she swam through the ocean depths, the faint taste of her home waters grew stronger and stronger with each passing mile. The urge to spawn had awakened. Driven by an ancient instinct, day after day she navigated treacherous rivers and streams. Finally she arrived at the last leg of the Odyssey. But as she rounded the bend, hope collided with despair. Her journey was blocked by an imposing obstacle. A towering 40-foot wall of cement and steel. A dam. An impossible barrier. Her line of steelhead, once so abundant, now threatened to the point of extinction. In the summers of my childhood, we always stayed with my grandparents on their ranch. It was a magical place, pastures, deep lush forests, several step-over brooks that fed into Sweet Creek, a tributary of the Saisla River. Our ranch surrounds several miles of Sweet Creek, a perfect place to play and explore, and right at the end of the tidal influence of the Saisla River. Perfect for salmon and steelhead to spawn, too. In the early 70s, my grandparents invited fisheries researchers to the ranch to see if they could restart a dying salmon run. 100 years of logging, road culverts, stream diversions meant we only saw a handful of salmon every few years, and even fewer steelhead. What a marvelous time and place to be 10 years old at the ranch. Pools of juvenile salmon growing in the hatching ponds, racing to the edge of the release chute to see them disperse like bolts of lightning into the creek. At the time, I remember thinking, well, of course we should share this place, this land, to help the salmon. Little did I realize what a small act of ecological benevolence would stick with me. I suppose this is one reason why I'm drawn to help with the restoration of our watershed. Taking responsibility for the legacy of harms inflicted upon our lands is, for me, a first small step to try to walk in my grandparents' footsteps. And one day, see these fish returned to their normal populations.